Today's topic is all about doubt and the wobbling sensation of not truly being able to fully believe and fully trust and have faith that what you want to come true can actually happen in your life. And too often we believe the thoughts in our mind, and often with doubt, we try to push it away and make it change. And today I want to talk about how to deal with doubt so that you can get through doubt and back into the juicy state of being where all the possibilities exist and life will again manifest effortlessly through you with your conscious awareness and your, of course, dedication to your practice. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Law of Attraction Detox, where we detoxify from toxic techniques and instead we focus on our true nature, right here in the present moment, here where all the manifestational power exists, here in the moment where life is literally effortlessly flowing through you out onto the screen of your reality, but we only need to discover what is the unique design of the reality that we choose to perceive. How do we get into that state of being? Where is that state of being located? I'm here to tell you it is here right now. There's nowhere that you need to go in order to discover it other than within. And I am here as your guide and your coach and your loving reminder that this is possible for anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, where you live. It is possible for you to shift your perception into one that is in alignment with that which you desire. The person, the place, the thing, the specific thing that you're desiring to experience, it's already here. It's right here within you. And your only goal, your only job is to be a willing participant in that process, because the energy that rolls through us, that creates life, that is us, that is within us always. And it is here for us to experience, and it is here for us to access. And it is here trying to help usher us into the state of being where we are effortlessly and creating a world where full of ease and grace, and we're experiencing humanness, but with a level of conscious awareness from the state of being of pure love and acceptance. That is what we talk about on this channel. I do not teach techniques where you try to create something outside of yourself so that you can feel differently inside. Instead, I help you feel differently inside so that your world creates outside effortlessly. If you'd like help with this, I offer personalized journeys. And this is a one-to-one type of experience. It's a very unique experience where you are diving deep into the obstacles, the things, the patterns, the ways that you've lived your whole life, and you get stuck into these old ways of being. And I help you discover why you've been stuck in these old ways of being so that your relationships improve, your habits disappear, your people in your life start to give you opportunities that weren't there before. You start to perceive the world in a different way. So you start to behave in a different way. You start to think in a different way. And if you'd like to do that journey with me, contact me through my website or through my email. And I'm happy to take you on a journey either with coaching or hypnosis or a combination of the two. So today's topic, doubt. It is not something that I am impervious to. It's something that comes to me every now and then, and I have to use these tools too, and that's why I'm teaching them to you. Doubt is here as a protection mechanism. Doubt is here as fear. So fear is arising in you, and it's coming in as a very strong and very convincing voice that what you want is going to be difficult to achieve, or what you are hoping to have is just not possible, and it gives you all the reasons why. And we begin to believe that that voice is true. It's like the voice of reason must be true, because everyone around us, for the most part, also lives in this paradigm that life is hard, that life is, you must work this certain way in order to get things to happen. It's like they are for the most part, our paradigm is living in a state of being that doesn't even acknowledge that there is some divine, magical life force flowing through us all. And instead, it's try to move the material world to become what I want it to be. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need to move the mountain in order for your life to change. You don't need to try to project yourself up onto the mountaintop for your life to change. It's more of the journey. It's the taking one step at a time as you get there. And you wouldn't want it any other way either. You wouldn't want to fast track your life and bypass all of the beautiful epiphanies, the awareness, the understanding more of yourself, because that's what this manifestational journey is about, is understanding more of yourself, becoming more consciously aware, becoming a greater, having a greater capacity to hold our life force energy and share that with the world, being of service. How does doubt interrupt that, though? That doubt interrupts these patterns and creates these sound waves, or these ripples in our life that stops us from trying something new, or keeps us trapped and stuck, and we think there's no other way, there's no solutions in a state of doubt. And so doubt comes on usually as a heavy feeling. It usually is associated with a feeling of maybe sadness or anxiety, worry. And for me, I had some doubt come up, and I was very acutely aware of it. And it had an old familiar name, you know, it had an old familiar scent, it had an old familiar program, dialogue that I was having with it. And so I'm here to tell you that I'm right here with you. I'm here traveling along with you. And if you're like me, you want to access the magic within you, but you don't want to come at it from a place of forcing or trying or causing more anxiety in your life. So this doubt in particular, I'll share with you. It was creeping into other areas of my life. It was saying, this isn't possible. I don't know how it's going to work. It's not working yet, so therefore maybe it's not going to work. And so I went and sat by the water, and I held some rocks and just did my own ritual. And you can do however you want to do. Maybe it's journaling, maybe it's sitting and staring at a tree, maybe it's lying down in meditation and it's shavasana after you do some yoga, or maybe it's a hike. You know, like, these tools are within you, and you know exactly what you need to do in order to be with yourself. This is the most important thing. You must learn to be a happiness warrior, where you will dedicate yourself, you will devote yourself, and you will discipline yourself to be with yourself. Because every time I do this, I am rewarded. Every time I do this, I'm rewarded with expansion of myself. And that's all I'm really going for in life, is this feeling of wholeness, this feeling of expansion, this feeling of awareness, loving itself. That is all I'm going for. So if you're like with me and you want to do that too, comment and let me know, what are some of the ways that you sit with yourself when you're feeling doubtful or fearful. We're here for each other. By the way, I have a membership only program where we're going to take all the Detox tribe people and put them into one little place and have a place to share, have a place where we can discuss these very important topics, because it's hard in a world that's sort of dense sometimes. I don't mean to affirm that the world is dense, but it's very hard when you don't have a lot of people around you that are aware of these things, like Neville Goddard, and assuming that your life is a certain way and then it becomes that way. Because there are sets of variables that come along with assuming that your life is already done. I've assumed that I'm a wealthy millionaire. I've assumed that I'm in this relationship. I've assumed that I'm in this beautiful house. Those things come with variables like doubt, like worry, like old patterns showing up that I thought I'd already worked through. What the heck are they doing here now? Doubt. I sat with this doubt and I held these stones and I said, I'm dedicated, devoted, and I am disciplined. And I offered these 3 stones in that way. And I offered that to my doubt. Because doubt, I am not going to hate you. I'm not going to punish you. I'm not going to be angry with you. I'm going to love you. And that is how I want to be in all my relationships, in every aspect of myself, in relationship to everything that I do. I want to be that person that is compassionate with myself. I do not want to be that person that is shoving parts of myself away. If I try that, it just makes it fester and it gets worse. Comment if you believe in that. You know what I'm talking about, and you believe that when you actually become part of whatever you are wanting to change, that the doubt, the fear, the anxiety, the worry, the depression, the apathy, when you become one with it, that you find a sense that there is actually more wisdom beneath that than you knew of. And so I sat with that wisdom. I called on my guides. I called on Lakshmi. I called on the things that I know are energy fields that I can embody within myself. And I chose to love that doubt. That is how you work through doubt, so that you can come back into the state of being. And now, mind you, I worked through the doubt and I said, hey, I'm here to love you, and I'm here to give you whatever it is that you need so that we can be fully on board together. Because I don't know what you need unless you tell me what you need. And I know that you really want to experience what I want to experience, because you are me. And you want to experience more of this feeling of freedom, this feeling of expansion, this feeling of wholeness, being on purpose, being in mission. That's what I want, and that's what you want. And so I just had this conversation, and you know what? The thoughts didn't just immediately disappear. There's kind of like this refractory period where it's like there's ripples still heading, out into my reality. And so as I was coming back from my hike and going back and into the world, and I'm still noticing these thoughts coming up of doubt. I don't know how, I still don't see it, like what's going on. I just sat and I offered in ritual myself at the altar of love here, and I offered myself, and these thoughts are still coming, and but I know well enough that those are tests. I don't like to use that word, but it's like a test, like, hey, are you really gonna love me? Are you really gonna love me and be here with me, even though I'm afraid and doubtful and I'm not really sure how this is gonna work out? And yes, I chose to keep loving those thoughts. And actually, you know what helps sometimes is to check out and just take a nap. Lie down, get into meditation, use some guided hypnotherapy, like I'm going to be putting on this channel soon, using some sort of guided meditation, or doing your own guided meditation. Create your own practice with that, of relaxing your body. And sure enough, I needed some sleep. And when I woke back up, everything was changed. And so, it's like you can use these things to help you reset. It's like a reset button. And you can do this right before bed. You can talk to this part of yourself that is basically inhibiting you from finding the solution. The solution is in there. So I encourage you to go in and to make a list, to journal, to speak with this part of yourself. If you want help accessing that part of yourself, you want help to be led into that state, that is what I do. That's what I do with myself. That's what I'm explaining here. But I really love the process to get to witness and hold this space while you unravel these things and have these epiphanies, and then permanently change and get into the state of being where you now no longer are feeling like you don't have. You're no longer feeling like you lack something. You're no longer feeling that strong feeling of desire that you don't have something and you really want it, because now you have it. You want the love of your life, give it to yourself. You want the wealth, give it to yourself with your health. You want the freedom, give it to yourself by giving yourself time to take care of yourself. These are all things that they might seem little, but they're huge. If you like this video, like it. If you want more, you want to see more, go ahead and give it a subscribe. And until next time, if you have topic ideas, please leave them. I do my best to try to do whatever topic ideas that you give me. Head on over to the membership channel. That's where I will be giving a lot more tips and tools and a lot more topics that I don't necessarily go into on this side of the channel. So happy to see you there, Detox Tribe. Until next time, mwah, love you.